Getting support from my Mexican, fans and the culture from Mexico, it feels good. I love their support. When they tweet me in Spanish and tell me when is the UFC coming to Mexico, when are we going to fight in Mexico, I'm telling them I always push the issue to Sean Shelby and the UFC to bring Mexico. Guido's from Mexico, and we were even talking about having like a TUF Mexico. And I wouldn't mind. I would love to go to Mexico and fight in Mexico. So, having the fans push the issue and ask me and tell me to, let the UFC know that they want us to come to Mexico is a great feeling. Being a TUF coach in Mexico would be, an unbelievable experience. I would love to be a coach or a TUF coach in Mexico if the UFC brought the Ultimate Fighter in Mexico. I definitely would love to be a coach and coach the Mexican fighters that are out there. It's huge in Mexico. There's a lot of MMA events in Mexico. I've been to a few MMA events in Mexico. I had teammates fight in Mexico, and just the turnout is ridiculous. So, being able to have the UFC come to Mexico or a TUF in Mexico and be one of the coaches would be amazing. After I told Sean that I wanted to fight George Roop after his last fight, he's like, yeah, that sounds like a great matchup. So we just didn't know where we were going to fight at because he had just fought. So I talked to him to see if maybe we could fight in Toronto, but since we were not Canadian, he said it's probably not a good idea, so we're shooting it down to Houston. So now I'm fighting George Roop in Houston. A lot of Hispanic culture out there. They're close to Mexico. A lot of Mexican fans out there. I've already been tweeted and hit up on Twitter, on Instagram. So a lot of fans are looking forward for that fight. George Roop's 6'1", I'm 5'7". I've trained with a lot of tall guys. I've always been the smaller guy in training and sparring, so I'm used to sparring and training with a lot of guys over 6 foot. So I've learned to use my movement, my head movement, my boxing skills, trying to avoid his reach and come in and out. So it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to showcasing my skills against a taller opponent like George Roop. And everybody will see at UFC 166. Definitely not looking past George Roop yet. The fights hasn't happened yet, but George Roop is a big name. He's been in the WC, he's been in the UFC before. He's a big name. He's fought top guys like the Korean Zombie, Cub Swanson. So this will be a huge win for me at bantamweight. If I get past him, I'm definitely, hopefully, talked about one of the top bantamweights in the UFC division. So I think after this fight, if it goes my way, the UFC's gonna see, maybe put me up against a top 10 guy and then go from there.